One of my favorite parts of making videos on YouTube is interacting with you in the comment section. I love the fact that I get to discuss these topics with fellow woodworkers, tinkerers, people salvaging things, people with skills that I don't have. There are two questions though that I get, and up until this point I haven't really answered those questions. So I thought I'm going to set up the camera and let's deal with these two questions. The first one is, who is this guy? The most common guesses are he must be a teacher or he must be an engineer. I thought I'd take a minute to just tell you what my story is to bring it all into context. For 10 of the last 12 years, I was a small business owner. To say that my previous business was unrelated to what I do now would be a complete understatement. But about 2 years ago, one of my clients came to me. I knew he was an engineer and I asked him, I said, hey, what does it take to become an engineer? Like, his response to me was not what I expected. I was expecting to have to go back to school and take the appropriate classes to get the engineering side. I already have an undergraduate degree. He told me that what was really important for engineering, one of the things he thought was important, it was a rather long conversation, was that you know how to use SolidWorks, which is a 3D modeling program. And he said that's a skill that's really important. And that was kind of the end of the conversation. And then about a week after that, he called me and he said, I saw one of your videos on YouTube and I think you have a gift. I'd be willing to set you up with an internship and you could come in and learn a little bit more about how SolidWorks, how to use SolidWorks, and learn more about engineering. But he was very clear that this was not a job offer. This is not he's not promising anything. It's just an opportunity for me to pursue that more because he saw something there that he thought was worth investing the time in. I took him up on this offer. I showed up and they gave me really three books. The first one was this guy called Design of Weldments, and it's all about designing things in steel. There's a lot of engineering in here, a whole heck of a lot of math, and which I don't have a problem with that. One of the other ones was this guy, Geometric Dimension and Tolerancing, often called GD&T. And they gave me a huge SolidWorks book, and they gave me a computer, and they said, figure it out, and if you have any questions, just let us know. So when I say I am self-taught, I truly mean I am self-taught. To fast forward the story a little bit, about 6 months into my internship, they offered me a full-time position in the engineering department. So my official title is CAD designer, and I design industrial machines out of steel. The second question comes in many different forms, but essentially it boils down to how can I help? People have offered to send tools and to send money, and the gist of the message is always, I want to support the channel, I want to help you make more videos and do more. I've learned so much from what I see, and I want to see more of it. Now, I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks, and I talked with my wife the other night, and I said, hey, I know that people have been asking about this, and many YouTubers are using Patreon in order to support their channel. Some are even making a living doing it, but I'm not looking to make a living. I just want to fund the projects, and that will make it a lot easier for me to do larger projects, as well as increase the quality of production. I could get a nicer camera, things like that. My wife's response was basically, you know, just tell people what you want to do and see what happens. There were a couple concepts I had about Patreon that sort of prevented me from, committing right away. And I think I've mitigated those. The first one is the idea of, that people would buy my videos. Like, I want them to be free, and that's why I'm making them on YouTube. That's why I'm spending my own money now. I enjoy giving back to the woodworking community, to the tinkerers out there who like to take things apart. I have really benefited from watching videos like that, and I want to continue to do that. What you will find there is things like, you'll see early drafts of videos, and I'm going to use my patrons to bounce ideas off of and kind of work out some of the logistics of bigger projects that I have in mind. The other concern that I had was the idea of begging for money. I know that there are people who do this for a living, and I think you gotta do what you gotta do. Me personally though, I'm not gonna put a link at the end of all my videos asking you to go to Patreon or anything like that. So it's very likely that you will barely hear about Patreon unless I'm using something that was purchased with Patreon money. There's no doubt I'm gonna bring that up and talk about the patrons, because I want them to know where their money is going. This feels like the best way to allow you guys to assist. I really want to just continue to give the content that I'm giving, but if I can give better content because you helped, I mean, that's pretty awesome, right? All right, thanks.